Tim Witherspoon is an American former professional boxer who competed from 1979 to 2003. He was a two-time world heavyweight champion, having held the WBC title in 1984 and the WBA title in 1986. He was a two-time world heavyweight champion, having held the WBC title in 1984 and the WBA title in 1986. He is best known for his fight against undefeated heavyweight world champion Larry Holmes, in which he lost by split decision. Witherspoon also worked as a regular sparring partner for Muhammad Ali. In 1993, Don King settled out of court and paid Witherspoon $1 million. By 1994, Witherspoon had won 5 fights in a row by knockout. Following the end of his second title reign, Witherspoon spent years in litigation against Don King. In 1991, won the USBA heavyweight title by defeating fellow contender Carl "The Truth" Williams, but lost a points decision to Everett Martin. In 1993, Don King settled out of court and paid Witherspoon $1 million. By 1994, Witherspoon had won 5 fights in a row by knockout. Aged 38, he was signed by HBO and matched in high-profile fights with cruiserweight champion Al Cole and the Cuban amateur George Luis Gonzalez, both of whom he defeated. Later in the year, he was matched with Ray Mercer but lost a 10-round decision. In 1985, Witherspoon regained his NABF belt by beating James Broad in 2 rounds and made a successful 12-round defense against James "Boner Crusher" Smith in his first defense of the belt. This earned him another chance at a heavyweight title, and he signed to fight against WBA champion Tony Tubbs on January 17, 1986 in Atlanta. Witherspoon won a close fight by majority decision, winning by only 1 point on one of the scorecards and 3 on another, with 1 event, to become champion for a second time. In December 1983, Holmes relinquished his WBC title rather than defend against Greg Page and chose to accept that of the newly formed IBF. Witherspoon was matched with Page for the vacant title on March 9, 1984. Page, in constant war with promoter Don King, turned up overweight and was outpointed. Witherspoon's reign as champion would not be long, however, as soon he himself was in constant war with King, and on August 31 of that year he was outpointed by Pinklon Thomas via majority decision. On May 20, 1983, Witherspoon would have his first attempt at earning a world title by taking on the recognized top man in the division, World Boxing Council champion Larry Holmes, at the Dance Hotel in Las Vegas. Witherspoon gave Holmes all he could handle, including rocking him badly in the 9th round, before losing a disputed 12-round split decision. He returned later in the year to outpoint Floyd "Jumbo" Cummings, who had drawn with Joe Frazier in Smoking Joe's last fight, and win the NABF title with a first-round knockout of James "Quick" Tillis.